What do I think the distance behind the bushes? And where did we stop last time? This is the construction of my future house. I am Valeria and this is the Off-Road Ranch. And let's take a closer look at my future house. So this is day number 7 of the construction of my house. And for 3 days it has been raining. Let's have a look at my house closer. Here will be a door. Here will be a big window. Here will be another window. Here will be my kitchen, but it is too early to talk about it. This is a small living room. Here I am in the water closet. In my toilet, there is no floor yet here, even the foundation of the floor. This is my bedroom. There is one more window here. Everything is pretty small, but I like it very much. By the way, I have great plans further. Oh, I didn't mention. There is also a small window in the water closet. By the way, you see it's raining again. Workers just left and rain started. Oops, I will not do it with the phone in my hands. How do you like this picture? Rate from 1 to 10. Ladies and gentlemen, as you noticed, the process of constructing the load-bearing frame is almost complete. During the construction process, boards about 1 meter long remain after the work. As you noticed in many previous videos, when I saw trees, I did it practically on weight without any support, or almost at the same level with the ground, which firstly is wrong, and secondly, it is inconvenient for the back and arms. Therefore, I took unnecessary leftover lumber and decided to make saw horses for ease of work. I found a scheme on the internet and I am working according to it. I measured identical pieces of wood. Almost all of them were exactly 1 meter. I visually estimated what the saw horses would look like to understand if I was doing everything correctly. I cut notches for half of the boot. Next, I connected two boards together in the place of notches. Two connected boards will serve as supports for the trestle. The rain is getting heavier and it is impossible to continue work. Therefore, I will continue the story on another sunny day. As long as there is the sun, the construction continues in an accelerated way. The sun allows to work from morning to evening, and even until darkness at dusk using additional lighting, if some work's allowed. Therefore, after a few more days, thanks to the sunny days, we covered the house with a moisture-proof membrane and upholstered the house with timber. However, let's return to completing the trestle, and a little later, I will show you the house with the first layer of insulation. Dear viewer, I really need your support. I still believe that my dream of having 10,000 subscribers by New Year will come true. So your viewing and attention is very important, and I thank you for devoting your time to my channel. I will be very grateful to you if you support my channel with a subscription, like and comment, or share my channel with your friends. This is very important to me, as I would like to get access to monetization. Even small amounts from this feature are very important for my financial health, not to mention my joy in knowing that the content I create benefits other people. I cannot afford advertising for $1,900 a month, and without advertising, my videos are barely promoted. So it's not that someone will think that my content is not interesting to anyone, but that people don't see it because the platform doesn't recommend my videos to other people. I didn't completely film the process of building the trestle, since I completed them almost in the dark and I did it quickly. I will not give you the scheme I worked according to, since these sawhorses turned out to be not very well engineered. Firstly, I didn't treat the wood with an antiseptic, but that doesn't mean much. The big disadvantage is that the sawhorses are not high enough and they are quite heavy, since I have 3 supports instead of 2, and since I didn't calculate how much the height decreases if the supports are at an angle of 90 degrees relative to each other. If I have to make the sawhorses again, and if they turn out well, I will show you the scheme if necessary. You see how quickly work is being done when days are sunny. In fact, those rainy days slow down the process very much. But now everything is going very quickly. Therefore, we finally laid the first base layer of insulation in place of the future walls. We also laid all the insulation of the roof and covered with a moisture-proof film. The house is beginning to have on clearer outlines. I have only 10 or 15 minutes in order to finish everything quickly because it is rainy and it's getting dark very quickly. So, this construction is pretty heavy, but at least it is stable. I made it from leftovers from construction. I asked workers, they didn't need these leftovers of wood, so I took it for me. Also, I didn't calculate the height of this construction exactly, and it is only 50 centimeters in height, and it is not enough, and I will try to make it higher a little bit using these blocks. They are like 15 centimeters in height, and it is also will not be enough since this construction will be 65 centimeters in height, but it is much better than 50 centimeters for my back. I made these wooden pallets also from leftovers from workers, and also there are leftovers from fence. They are old, but if they are more or less strong enough, I use them. I take everything that workers don't need after construction. I want to keep these leftovers. I think they might be useful for something else in future, and I don't want fungus to grow there. And I do it almost in darkness because they are already wet. Nights are also wet, and it is raining a little bit, so I would like to protect it now, before darkness. I have the second one like this, but my phone is on it. Okay, perhaps I don't need these small woods. Perhaps I really don't need them, but it is already enough garbage on my side, so I would like to keep everything tidy. I don't want to make more mess. The floor isn't done yet. The ceiling or the floor, it depends on where you are. It is not made yet, so it is not a problem that trees are black. The moisture-proofing membrane heats up very well in the sun, and insulation makes it even warmer. So in the afternoon, I noticed thousands of sleepy ladybugs woke up from their sleep and covered the walls of the house. They are literally everywhere, dozens of them on every square inch of membrane. They are very nice. By the way, friends, please tell me why this ladybug has red dots, but she herself is black. You see, all the other ladybugs are red with black dots, but this one is the opposite. Why? Well, this is how another week of construction ends. We will continue working on laying thermal insulation and covering the house from the outside. And if everything goes according to plan, very soon I will release a video with significant progress in the project. Subscribe to my Patreon to support the environment for $10 per month. And after a year of subscription, I will plant a tree in your honor, or transfer a similar amount to my Monero wallet. Or do not subscribe and do not transfer this amount, but plant a tree yourself. Make a contribution to the ecology of the planet. It was Valeria, the Off-Road Ranch. Wish you all the best and see you soon.